Unit 1 Basics of Protection. Today we are going to cover subtopic 1.1 and 1.2 in this presentation. The main objective of this presentation is to state the necessity of protective system, to state the functions of protective system, and to explain normal and abnormal conditions in a power system. Dear student, just pause the presentation and think. Think of life without electricity. Can you think of life without electricity? That is also in this pandemic situation. No. We are getting all our essential services at our doorstep just on a click. We are getting our foods, vegetables, fruits, medicines, everything just by home delivery. With the help of internet facilities, mobiles, laptops. So this electrical power system is an integral part of our life nowadays. And if this is so important for us, we need to keep electrical power system operating or without any fail. So we are starting with electrical power system. The term electrical power system. An electrical power system is a network of electrical components deployed to supply, transfer and use electric power. The best example is electric power grid that provides power to an extended area, right from generation to its utilization. Number of elements form electrical power system. So generator, transmission lines, transformers, sub-transmission system, distribution system, everything comes under the term electric power system. Main objective of protection system is to avoid the damage, unbearable loss and shutdown of the system. We are always saying that prevention is better than cure. So in the same way, in case of electrical power system, we are also providing protection system just to avoid the losses, unbearable losses or shutdown of the system. If any failure occurs, then it takes more time, more losses occurs in our utilization point of view also. So to avoid all those things, we are providing protection to our electrical power system. As shown in the previous diagram, right from generation up to utilization, there are a number of stages of generation, transmission, distribution, utilization, and these all things are taking place at different voltage level. So switchgear and protection systems are installed at each voltage level for normal routine switching, control and monitoring. Automatic switching during abnormal and faulty operating conditions such as short circuit, under voltage, overload, etc. So protective system is needed for reliable operation of the system and for protecting the healthy system from probable faults developed in the circuit of the electric system. Different components of power system needs to be protected. So which are they? So right from generator, transformers, bus bar, transmission line, these all elements needs, these all components of power system needs protection. Just see this figure. In this figure, generators, circuit breakers are provided with generator across both sides, on low voltage side as well as on high voltage side, or on primary and secondary side. We are again connecting here, shown here different circuit breakers for transmission line, for bus bar, for load side. Everywhere we are providing circuit breakers. So circuit breakers or protective device is essential, protection is essential across each and every component of power system. Protective system elements. We all are well familiar with low voltage switches and rewirable fuses. A switch is used for opening and closing in electric circuit, and a fuse is used for overcurrent protection. Every electric circuit needs a switching device and a protective device. The switching and protecting devices have been developed in various forms. So fuses, protective relays, circuit breakers, instrument transformers like current transformer, potential transformer, all are the elements of protective system. And one more thing is given here, that is DC supply system. So we need to provide excitation or DC supply for the operation of protective relays and circuit breakers. So we are focusing on switchgear and protection. What is this term? Every electric circuit needs switching device and protective device. They are developed in various forms. So switchgear is a general term covering a wide range of equipment concerned with switching and protection. As I said, switchgear is a general term covering a wide range of equipment concerned with switching, controlling and protection. So switches, circuit breakers, relays, earth switch, isolator, these all are the different equipments which are coming under the term switchgear. Just take a pause, take your notebook and pen and write down from the discussion or from the points which you have covered up till now. Try to think, try to list out different functions of protective system. What are the functions of protective system? Up till now we have discussed the necessity, why circuit breaker is essential, why switchgear is essential, what is the importance of switchgear in the electrical power system. So now from this discussion try to list out different functions of protective system. Take a pause for next 5 minutes and write down the functions of protective system. I hope all of you have completed. The first function of protective system is to close the trip circuit or to sound an alarm. To disconnect the abnormally operating part so as to prevent subsequent faults. To isolate or disconnect faulted circuit or equipment. To localize the effect of fault to improve system stability, service continuity and system performance. To minimize hazards to personnel. So everything comes under this, the role of protective system. We need to provide switching action, we need controlling action as well as protection action. So for switching, for controlling and for protecting electrical power system, we need protective devices, protection systems. So relay is a one part of protection system. In a protective system, relays are used to sense the fault. Relay senses the fault through current transformer and energizes the trip coil, which causes the opening of circuit breaker and the faulty section is disconnected. So up till now we discussed about need of protective system and functions of protective system. So next point is essential features. As we are saying, we need protective system, but while selecting such different protective system as per different applications, what type of features we need to check? So first is very quick operation. So your protective system should operate quickly and fault should be cleared in a shorter time. Second point, reliability. It should operate under the predetermined condition without fail. If your system is not operating within a specified time, then it is of no use. It means the function or working of that particular protective system should be a reliable one. Third point is discrimination. It should be able to distinguish between faulty and healthy sections of the power system. So if you are selecting some fuse which is having which specifies you 32 ampere, it means if current flowing through that particular system exceeds beyond 32 ampere, then immediately that fuse has to operate and it has to disconnect the healthy part from faulty section. So your system should be able to distinguish between faulty and healthy sections. And fourth point is provision for instruments. It should provide proper place for monitoring and controlling instruments. If your system is not able to connect different controlling devices, different display devices, then it is of no use. We will not understand at what level fault occurred, how much time your system was in operating condition, which type of fault is occurred. So to sense all those things, to display all these things, we need monitoring and controlling instruments. Okay, so it's a time to take a review. Just whatever we have discussed up till now, just try to check whether you understood all things, whether you got the all concepts cleared or not. Click on this link. You will find one Google form. In that Google form, 5 questions are given and it is also going to mark your attendance. So in the next 5 minutes, complete this review quiz and then we will start with next topic. Okay, I think all of you have completed your quiz session. You have marked your attendance and now we are switching on the next point or last point of this session. We are going to discuss on normal and abnormal conditions in electric power system. Normal and abnormal conditions. If I am saying that my system is operating at 11 kV, it means at particular specified level my system is working in a good condition, in healthy condition. But if due to any fault, if that voltage level changes or if my system trips, then it's an abnormal condition. These abnormal conditions may occur due to change in current, due to change in voltage or due to change in frequency. So these are the different reasons why change in current or change in voltage or change in frequency occurs. Just look in this table. In first column, due to change in current. Why change in current occurs? It may be due to overload, it may be due to overcurrent, due to earth fault, due to current unbalance, or it may be due to short circuit. So abnormal conditions may occur due to change in current due to these reasons. Likewise, due to change in voltage, voltage may change. There may be over voltage, there may be under voltage, voltage unbalance, or neutral shifting. Similarly, change in frequency may take place due to over frequency, under frequency, or it may be due to rate of change of frequency. So different faults may occur in your electrical power system due to change in current due to change in voltage or change in frequency. So if your system is working properly as per specifications, then it's a normal condition. And if it is not behaving properly, it is some fault is occurring in the system. It may be due to change in current, voltage or frequency, any reason. So that is abnormal condition. This is all about necessity, functions and normal and abnormal conditions of electric power system. In this slide, I have given some review questions which are going to help to prepare for exams. So just take down these questions in your notebook and write down the answers as an assignment. For reference, I have given some websites and some names of books which I referred to make this presentation. The first book is Electric Power System Protection by Sunil S. Rao, and second one is Protection and Switchgear by U. A. Bakshi and M. B. Bakshi. This is just for your reference. You may refer it. Thank you.